Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on XDefiant. Today's video, it's a bit of a bummer. As you probably know, the video I made, I believe 2 days ago, about my honest impressions of XDefiant Season 1 were initially good, right? They were initially good. I was having a lot of fun on it, but as time went on, even in the quick span of a day, my opinions, like many others, changed. Now, there was a lot of issues with Ranked, which was not in my previous video because it was not out yet. But there's a lot of issues with Ranked. There's a lot of other issues with some of the balancing in the game. So, this is more of a feedback from myself and what I've noticed in XDefiant. If there is any dev for whatever reason watching this video, one, hi, I don't know how you found my video. Two, this is just what I've seen a lot of people complain about on Twitter, myself included a little bit, probably not as harshly I would say as people on Twitter, but things that need to happen in XDefiant Ranked. First is input-based matchmaking and party-based matchmaking. I've not seen anyone talk about party-based matchmaking. Input-based matchmaking for Ranked is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of M&K players, including myself, feel like we're at a disadvantage just for queuing the game because we're just not going to outshine controller players. A good M&K player will lose to a good controller player 90% of the time. But I've not seen anyone mention party-based matchmaking. Party-based matchmaking, I think, is just as important because I don't think a 4-stack should be in a queue fighting 4 solos. I would even say not even against 2 duos. I would say if you're in a 4-stack, you should probably also only be playing 4-stacks, unless in the very off chance that there's just not enough 4-stacks queue in the game in your rank. Then you could probably play like a 3-stack in a solo or 2 duos. But for the most part, you should be playing 4-stacks against 4-stacks and 3 against 3, 2 against 2. And if you're all solos, play all solos. The second thing I think needs to really happen is placement matches for Ranked. I know they said this was a big like testing ground almost for Ranked since it was their first season. But as just someone who has played many Ranked games, including I'm sure the other people in this game feel that way as well, placement matches need to be in this game, essentially. Most people that play ranked games will tell you that everyone starting at the same rank isn't a great idea because not only is it going to slow down the actual players that like are good to get to the higher rank, it's not fun for the lower skilled players to actually play the higher skilled players because they're in the same rank, because everyone starts at the same rank. It takes longer to grind through all the ranks, and 2, it takes longer for the actual skilled players to reach the rank they're supposed to be at. So I think placement matches will be a great addition to Ranked in this game. And 3, I haven't seen many people talk about this. Maybe this is me coping, but I think RP gains need to be adjusted. I think the fact that there's 10 sub-ranks in one rank, 1, that's a lot. But 2, since each sub-rank is 100 RP, you're only gaining, depending on how well you do, I'd say anywhere from 50 to 80 RP. At least that's what I've noticed at the rank I am now. It might change as you go up and get higher to your actual rank. But I feel like it's quite just a grind fest. Many players feel like this as well, where it's more so not reflective of your skill, but more of just how much you play. I believe Pixie actually tweeted something he was 27-0, and he was only in silver 4 or something like that. A really insane low number. So I do think RP games might need to be changed just a little. I do understand, okay, to clarify, I do understand that the ranked, or the season, is very long. So that's probably why they did this, so everyone has enough time to actually get through the ranks and you don't get bored of rank too quickly. I get that, but at the same time, it's just ranked isn't really that enjoyable, you know. I'm not gonna touch upon all the things that they've told us they're already working on, like the 1 faction per team thing, or the other little bug fixes and crashes and levers and all that. I'm not touching on that because they already told us what's happening with that. So very blessed that they were transparent with that. So that's for another video. But those are probably the 3 things I would say that definitely need to be looked at in ranked, at least. And another small rant I have, and this is not really to XDefiant personally. This is more like every game in today's age is doing this. So I don't actually blame the XDefiant team for this, but this is like every current game that's happening. Most of these games are releasing half-baked, right? They have all these modes and other content additions. They're all added into the game hella late when they should be added like on launch. Like there's some features that should just be here on launch and they're not, in comparison to like way back where games used to have these features on launch and then some, right? Like no shade to the XDefiant team. I'm sure Ubisoft might have pressured them a little bit into the content launch window, you know, but the fact that we didn't have TDM on launch, that's like a staple game mode in FPSs, right? So the fact that we didn't have that, it's kind of insane. Private matches, I understand that's not on their high priority, but private matches is a nice feature they have that most games back in the day used to have, most old COD games. So just little things like that. That's, again, that's not towards XDefiant really. That's more like a current game thing. It sucks how this is like the current game thing, just how it's happening all the time now. It's really unfortunate. But that's the end of my little rants. If you guys agree with me, or if there's anything that you think I missed, or maybe something that I should have addressed, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more XDefiant content, because although the game is having its little issues right now, it's still early in the game's life cycle, so we'll see how it goes as time goes on. I'll still be covering the game. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.